did the Zeus end?
I want to say 92, 92, 93, something around that nature.
What
I,
happened?
I actually had an album. Papa asked me about True Love, a track I did. I actually did a track called True Love, which was a duet with Stevie B.
Okay.
Guy named Dajjal Adabai came up with a hook and put the music together, and actually reached out. He was like, I want to make you a sex symbol, is what he said, and he thought it was going
Wait,
to be like.
that's fair, right? You could be a sex symbol.
I was hoping for it.
We all.
Sex symbols got sex, right?
going.
So what happened was Dajjal came up with this track, and he thought it was kind of like a teenage love. Slick Rick, he's like, we're gonna make a record with you, So I went in the studio. Stevie had a real nice, like a multi-million-dollar studio at his house, and I kind of sat with Dajjal. He played the music, lights were low. He said, "Come up with something." 15 minutes later, True Love. Literally, I wrote verse after verse like nothing. And Stevie came in, he heard the track, and he started singing background. And he said, and he made me re-sing like I actually sang the hook. I actually could hold the note. It was pretty cool. And Stevie played it for LMR. I mean, he rode around with it in his car for days. He was like, man, this is real. This is real. So he called up LMR. He played the track for them, and they had about 10 artists that Stevie was producing at the time that they wanted to do albums on. But they were trying to pick which artists were going to be released first. True Love impressed them enough to give me an album deal. So I actually started working on an album. I completed an album right around the time Stevie decided he wanted to jump ship from LMR. They weren't paying him the money, was the word I heard, and Stevie jumped ship and went to, I don't know if it was RCA or some other label, and they froze everything. It became about lawsuits. Became about lawsuits. So I was like, I'm not gonna sell my soul. I'm not gonna sell my mother's soul for this shit. I'm gonna get a real job, like my mom used to always tell me, and I walked away from it.
Was that the end?
That was not quite the end. I still kicked around the music. I actually went and worked for Bass and Distribution.
So did I.
Yeah, I worked for Bass and Distribution for a minute. Worked my way into sales. That ended badly and quickly.
As an artist, was that the end?
No, that was not the end as an artist. I maintained a relationship with Magic Mike. I maintained relationships with Danny D. And
but did you do any other music?
I did. Interestingly enough, I took on some other name. I created some fictitious group called Bad Behavior, and I did a song that ended up on what was that Booty album?
I remember, Bad Behavior, yeah.
Bad Behavior, the clip
I don't
is
remember where it
wild.
landed, but I recall it.
Well, it ended up on So Def's bass album. Yeah. And I did something with.
I said Columbia. Did you still get paid for that? Columbia paid.
Paid?
Yeah.
Paid? I just gave it away, I guess.
So you gave up, you went to that, and then what after that?
Pretty much after that, man,
You go live your own life?
went to live my own life. Got married, had a kid.
How many years since that point till now?
Oh my God. That was probably 92, 93, 94, 95 when I really just said, I'm gonna walk away from this, and if I made music, I made music for me.
Yeah, you made music for us.
Well, no, after that
we grabbed it.
Yeah. Yeah, but after that I thought I was just doing it for me, and I wasn't gonna release anything.
Besides making music for your fans, what do you think about making music for commercial music?
What do I think about making commercial music?
Like trying to make it for Power 96 and for any other radio station. What do you think about that shit?
What do I think about doing it today?
Yeah, record labels, all of it.
I would, I mean, I know I have the music in me. That's something
I'm not talking about your talent. I'm saying, how do you feel about what it's changed into now today?
What it's changed into today, I don't know. I think it's kind of a fucked up business. I mean, 360-degree deals, and I mean, they're in your pocket. I mean, back in the day, you could get paid to do a show. Now, some of that money has to go to the record label, or to me, that's
insane. Do you think if
insane.
you had a cool record, beautiful, that everybody in the world that you played it for is awesome, you could take it to a radio station and it would play it for you?
If I paid them, or if there was just such demand, I think the business has changed. We kind of talked tonight about how you could run up to Laz and give him a record, and if he liked it, he would play it.
Can you run up to DJ tonight in Blair?
I just don't believe that's even possible today. No, I don't.
I'm gonna ask you the same question.
Thank you very much, Zeus.
No.
Is that
Thank
it?
you very much.
I want to ask you one more question. The same question we asked earlier, but I feel like you should have time to reflect on this because it's always about reality. How do you feel reflecting 20 years later?
Dude, to hear you're a pioneer of anything, that's pretty incredible for me. To even hear my record as a classic is just wow.
Records.
Really? Records. I usually think of it as one record, sadly, but yeah. You realize, man, I had a string of tracks that I put together. Had a damn good album that never got released. I don't even know who has the masters to that, but reflecting, it's an amazing ride. I wouldn't change anything except maybe get it right on paper. I would do it all over again though.
So to the camera, what do you gotta say to the new artists out there?
Get it right on paper. Get it right on paper. The music industry, as I understand it, has just completely changed. I haven't been in it like some of you guys have kind of maintained things, but releasing MP3s, releasing the Rhapsody, there's a whole new way of getting your music out there. It's so electronic, and if I could do it again today, I don't know what the fuck I would do. I'd probably contact Keith and these guys. And what do I do?
Next.
Who would?
But that's my story.